Fibenol. Fibenol is a technology company that is building a new future for the bioindustry to transform the current non-sustainable practices, how we produce everyday chemicals, materials and end products to sustainable options. So what we do, in very short, we take the woody residues from the forest and we convert them into the raw materials that can be used for producing asphalt, roads, wood construction materials, up to cosmetics, food and feed. Everyday products that we are everyday using. General picture is Fibenol is all about the defossilization, to really enable the change and allow at scale industrial volumes of raw materials for chemical material industry. So it's not just one factory that we're building, it's a model for the future how to go forward. So sustainability for us means holistically many different things. It's reduced CO2, it's the higher resource efficient use of raw materials, it's the resource efficient water use, it's the social and environmental aspects relating to the minimized local impact. So that's what Fibenol is all about. And we are not just looking into Estonia and the Baltics, it's the platform that will go throughout the world where the hardwood is and needs to be valorized to transform the change.
Pep, thank you very much for that. I think it's really clear that Fibenol is doing something very sustainable, important for the future. Can you break down a little bit further your business model and how you see yourself playing a part in the value chain in the future?
Well, we started as an innovation company looking at the ways how to valorize wood more, because in Estonia currently it's kind of exported and the value goes other ways around. So we try to find the technology that allows to keep the value here and to go from the wood to really end products ourselves. Okay. So we started with the licensing model, but now we are owners of the technology and the IP and the global rights to roll it out. So we are going further as the own and operate, but together with the licensing to have more impact quicker, faster, because the transformation change to sustainable raw materials is huge. And we need to move fast, move together and collaborate.
All right, so you're taking the wood, which is byproducts of other industries, and then using that as the raw material for is that correct?
Yeah, this is the starting point. So we take the wood processing residues that are available today, but in the end, the scale that we need the transformation requires sustainably managed forest-derived raw material. And that's what is the input for us in the long run.
Okay, so, and you said you were talking about at first you were just licensing your technology, but now as I understand you have a factory as well. So do you see, so it's a B2B service product first. So how do you see that? Do you see you only having your own factories or licensing out? Talked about that.
So we have invested by today 100 million euros to build up the first industrial demonstration to really roll out the different prototyping of the value chains from wood to construction materials, from wood to cosmetics, from wood to insulation foams, etc., etc. Everything that you see around, wood can be as a starting point. And the first plant will be owned and operate, but we are at the same time developing the licensing model that we can sell as a license package, technology package all around the world. So instead of being a factory company here, we are the technology company at the global level.
Is that where you see yourself going, to be that technology company is where you would like this to go there?
That's what Fibenol is all about.
Okay, very good. So what do you think is the market cap for this stuff? Is there any way you can estimate this?
Well, everybody wants today greener, more sustainable products, but the perception is that it needs to be less expensive than the fossil counterparts. I think what we are building is a new kind of way or new industry. So the bio-based industry based on all the today's sustainability, environmental and social expectations. So it's not just a new factory to produce things, it's a new model how the industry should look like, not on expense on anything and anybody. So it's a new way of doing things.
Right, and it's just, we have to think in these new different ways to move forward for the future before the fossil fuels run out, before this becomes too much of a problem.
We need to have all things, all solutions at the same time need to be pushed forward to tackle the challenge that we have on a global scale.
Okay, I think so too. So why is Fibenol, why is some of your solutions unique?
I think you need to to innovate, you need to think outside the box. So that's what we did. We had an option to go with the technologies that have been there for hundreds of years. So, but then you just go into the commodity market, do the same thing. We decided differently. We take the risk of the technology, but with that, we are targeting the stepwise change from what we do today to what we want to do. And we succeeded in that. We were lucky with the selection of the technology, and we are now able to take 1 ton of wood in and to convert it to 95% of useful products are not for energy. So compared to the existing technologies, it is 2 times higher efficiency. And we're able to do it with the renewable energy available. We need to do it with renewable energy. The water will be recycled, purified and recycled, because water is one of the scarce resources going further, especially globally. And all these aspects together of the new industry and what we expect, that's what it's all about.
Okay, so your value, the core of it, is the technology to transform these other materials that were left over into something usable.
It starts with the technology, but obviously also the approach to the sustainability. Transparent, traceable, trackable way of counting, monitoring, reporting CO2. That's what you need to compare apples to apples and differentiate between what is good and bad. And obviously it's a bit more holistic. It's not just the CO2, there are so many different aspects of the sustainability that you need to take into account, and that's what we are trying to advocate on a global level. That's what we need to differentiate between technologies.
Pep, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thanks.